The morning sun spilled over the vast Arizona plains, lighting the rolling fields of Red River Ranch in soft gold as the rancher, Cole Maddox, tightened the reins of his horse and breathed in the crisp, sandy wind that carried whispers of distant mesas and rustling sagebrush. But despite the beauty of the land he had built with his own hands, a strange heaviness had settled inside him ever since he hired the three Apache sisters, Nayeli, Sani, and Tallulah, to help with cleaning, cooking, and tending the horses, because something about them never felt simple, never felt like ordinary workers simply grateful for a job. Instead, they moved with an unnerving calmness, spoke to each other in low voices in their native Apache tongue, and often shared looks that felt like secrets. And though their work was perfect and their manners respectful, Cole sensed something beneath the surface, a plan, a purpose, something they never intended him to discover. He had found them 3 weeks ago at a trade post near the canyon, standing together like shadows. Nayeli, the eldest with sharp eyes that never looked afraid of anything, Sani, the quiet one whose silence always felt like listening, and Tallulah, the youngest with a gentle smile that somehow made Cole more nervous than either sister's seriousness, because innocence could hide more than anger. At first he told himself he was imagining things, that the tension he felt around them was simply the result of having strangers, especially Apache women, in his home. But every day something new happened that scratched at his instincts. A missing ledger, tools moved from where he left them, hushed conversations that abruptly stopped the moment he entered the room, and glances from Nayeli that seemed to study him, measure him, almost judge him. So Cole decided that morning that he would stop letting suspicion stew and instead get answers once and for all. And to do that, he came up with a plan he wasn't proud of. He would pretend to fall asleep in the living room that night and listen to what the three sisters talked about when they believed he wasn't awake. The idea felt ridiculous, almost childish, but something about the way the women had been behaving pushed him past his comfort. He needed to know whether they were planning to steal from him, sabotage him, or worse. The day passed slowly as he watched them work around the ranch. Tallulah humming softly while dusting the shelves, Sani methodically chopping vegetables in the kitchen, and Nayeli walking the perimeter of the ranch as though she were surveying it rather than admiring the landscape. And every time Cole crossed paths with them, he forced a smile while trying to hide how aggressively he was studying their behavior. When the sun dipped and the lanterns began glowing along the corridor walls, Cole grabbed a wool blanket, lay down on the couch near the crackling fireplace, and closed his eyes, breathing slowly, counting his heartbeats, waiting for his maids to believe.